As we return to our heroes, they are just now overcresting the ridge as they slide down about 10 feet into what used to be a river that is now hollowed out and completely evaporated. As you guys slide down each foot, hitting onto the almost what would be wet, muddy surface, now almost dry and crackled from all the constant heat rushing above. You guys crouch down as the waves of fire and blast repeatedly wave overhead, and you have a respite again from the storm. There's the gentle feeling of the almost warm rain that hits over your face, and RNA, you can occasionally hear the as it immediately evaporates off of his body, steam gently rolling. And those who take a moment to catch the rain in their hands realize that the rain is red.
Oh, wow. That's messed up.
Lovely it is.
What do we have to thank for that?
I look over to the two wizards.
I look over to
Gregory
the
just
man.
starts whistling and.
Gregory, are you the reason the rain's red?
Me? No.
Now, I'm a pretty forgiving person, but why do wizards have a spell that turns the rain red? I don't.
Why
is that?
Choices?
Why is that a thing y'all have? I don't. That makes me feel uncomfortable for some reason. I don't.
It's science and
Indeed.
the world.
You made the science rather menacing appearing.
This is some scary science. I'm not.
I don't think it's even science. I think that's just magic.
Experimentation. In a very spooky way.
One of you standing there, as you move your foot from where it was resting on the rocky surface, there's a crack in that spot, and you move that foot over, and there's a piece of steam that like almost plumes outwards. It doesn't cause any danger, but you feel the warmness running up your ankle and almost burning it for a second.
Oof. Okay, so be aware of scalding steam.
Are we in the ditch?
We're in the desiccated river, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ditch.
So, can we inspect the ground to see if there's any dangerous, ready to?
Roll a nature check. Roll a nature check as you investigate the ground.
Go
Nice.
for it, Scout.
12.
Well, specifically investigating the surface. This used to be the what would be the bottom of a riverbed, though now it is almost like a trench, if you will, because of all the water being evaporated from the constant heat storm that is happening above as it waves over across. The ground itself is cracked and dry, but there are certain areas where it's still a little bit damp because it's just recently gotten rain, that hot rain onto it. So it's a mixture in some ways. Particularly where Nolan was standing, where he moved his foot, that steam that kind of rises up quickly ends, but you gather that there is pressure of some sort underneath the surface of where you are standing. How dangerous that is, you can't really determine, but you can tell that there is obviously underground water, as there is almost everywhere, that is essentially pressurized with all the ambient heat that is causing the surface to basically raining down. Excuse me, the firestorm above is causing the overall surface temperature to rise, causing the underground water to essentially boil and create pressure.
Steam.
Guys,
We should be aware.
The underwater reservoirs below us seem to be affected by the flaming walls. I'd watch where you step.
Indeed.
Now that was something I didn't think about. Is the dome below us too? Is it gray rot all the way down, or how does that work?
Unknown. We haven't attempted deep soil excavation to test its limits, though I don't see why it wouldn't.
Nolan, have you ever figured out how far up the wall goes?
Well, it's about as far as we could probably tell from outside, I think.
You never flew like a drake up and see how far it's affected, or?
I don't think we've had many.
Nolan, roll a history check.
history check. Oh, that's the list. History. Good God. Natural 20 plus 20 plus
Nice.
8, so 28.
Wow. So when it great opening roll for the night.
Yeah.
As you recall, reading over other people's explorations, investigations of the Grey Rot, of which there are little, there has been an attempt of sorts to try to gauge the height of the Grey Rot, though there was a problem in doing so. That problem being that there's no particular way to determine the height except for when that shimmering veil exists, which isn't on every Grey Rot. Meaning that whenever they would rise up to the rot, essentially, excuse me, the higher that the drakes would rise to the tops of the Grey Rot, the thinner that veil became and the more transparent it became, and the less possible it was to see where that veil ended and where that veil began. And no one doing these tests was willing to jump in that high and risk falling down. So I misspoke. The higher you went on that wall, the thinner and the less visible the wall was. Thus, no one could, without risking their lives, no one could just enter what could be the veil and risk plummeting.
Right.
So
the higher it goes, the less perceptible the ceiling of it from the outside becomes, and too risky to delve into it to ensure that is indeed the ceiling.
does that reflect on its strength as well, or
well, the size of it in terms of like
for example, can someone leave easier the higher they are?
Leave easier the higher they are?
With your natural 20, that's never been attempted.
That's never exactly been tested, really.
I don't know. I just thought because it was thinner,
And ease of leaving through the walls of it based on the existing scales. Well, this one is of incredible size. I'm not sure the exact time difference between when the first crew, still Lily's crew, had first attempted to leave versus when they actually exited. So I'm not entirely sure that, and if the scale indicates their level of influence either.
I look over to Astrid. Do you believe these nerds? Astrid?
I'm right next to you.
What? Huh?
Come on, Lashes. I thought we were better friends.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm in the fire tornado with you guys, aren't I?
Right.
Astrid, do you believe these people?
I would urge you to pay attention to these details as they are very important on whether or not we can escape with our lives and whether or not we will be able to deal with this in the future.
I have another question for you, Nolan. Did you guys do any research on how to actually leave the Grey Rot? Is the wall still there?
It is possible to walk out, however, with a great drawback of still losing time from it, and
Could a Titan be used?
If you're pursuing or continuing your natural 20 here, your knowledge about those who attempt to leave the Grey Rot, to your knowledge, is impossible without placing the Pitten. However, breaking what was once impossible was the Lily's crew being the first to ever, at least in recorded history and any history that you're aware of, which you are well versed on the Grey Rot. They're the first in recorded history to escape a Grey Rot problem without placing an anchor. Now, how they did that, unfortunately, that was not addressed.
Right. So they're the first known instance of just walking out, at least from what I am to understand, the methods of how they actually specifically left it without an anchor or any pittons they may have used is unknown. So the best assumption is they did in fact, take the risk and just walk.
And
out,
when you say that,
but-
the butterfly flickers a green color and lifts up a bit higher, above, almost like into the center of the area and up towards the flames, as though to gather attention.
Cool. How do we?
Could we
Are we
roll
keeping
a-
track of the
Perception
insight?
check that.
Yeah, go ahead, Arya. And roll with advantage as it flutters its way forwards towards a direction before curving around back to you, almost as though to indicate for you to look past it and in the direction that it's throwing this like a little U, if you will.
I rolled a 13. I will. I'll look past it. I'll see what's up.
Maybe what would be hundreds of feet, maybe even half a mile, maybe farther. There is a place where what would be the wall of the gray rot. You can see basically a small opening where color breaks through, and that flaming circle has a small break in it where occasionally the flames lick. As you duck your head, you look back upwards as another flaming wave goes over, and it runs outwards, burning the outside. It seems as though there is a hole in the gray rot.
And you said it was about 100.
Much more than 100 feet away.
around the tornado itself, right?
No, this is
on the wall.
away from the tornado on the wall. Essentially, there is a broken part of the wall that is almost, and there's like a tattered that invisible veil that's slightly visible is like tattered and waving as multiple hits of fire plume outwards. There is an escape, several, maybe I would honestly say maybe a half mile away, but that's if you go directly. To get there through the tunnel system would be very different.
I tell that to Nolan. Hey, check that out over there. I think there's a hole that our good friend Lady Butterfly told me about.
He will wait for another flame thing to pass over before quickly peeking over, and then whoosh, and then looks.
You see it as well.
He will duck down before he gets a little too absorbed in it and gets his face scorched once again.
How big is the hole?
It is maybe, and now from this distance, it's hard to determine. It's a half a mile away. All the flame and the storm, you're looking through it. But you could say that maybe you could line up a group of people and walk through it. Imagine if a cloth, if you will, like got ripped, and now suddenly there is a pass through. And it is tattered, and it is being essentially like you cut a hole in a cloth and it's tattered, and wind keeps blowing through that hole. It's almost looking like that, but it's very, very hard to tell what the main reason you can see it is because it's almost highlighted by the fiery band around that gets broken. That's really what highlights it.
Hey, Nolan, you don't think it's as simple as just placing a piton at the wall, do you?
Well, the pittons are only temporary, even within the gray rot. Creating a tear like that, I would think. And we've used pittons to walk out before, in like in terms of what was studied, right? Or is that not something?
Pittons have been attempted to use against the wall, like how they normally are. And they have not allowed anyone to walk out. They do not know the effects of the wall. The invention of the piton was actually done by a group of unfortunate heroes and adventurers who walked into a gray rot on accident. And and there's a little bit of mixed responses and mixed recordings about what happened in that event. But nonetheless, the Pillar of Conjuration took their essentially schematic and refined it into a better piton that you use now today. Excuse me, I said pillar. I meant to say the
school, yeah.
No, the head of
the principle of
yes, the principle of conjuration. The principle of conjuration created that or mastered that schematic.
Okay. And they didn't just have like I know that they didn't have like a special piton on them, otherwise they would have brought that up. And so they figured out something special in order to create a tear that's not entirely healed over in the gray rot. Or the potential that this is a backdoor for whoever created it, but
Oh,
I don't have anything to suffice on that.
Does the tear look like it's repairing or deteriorating?
It's been here for technically.
Roll an
However
Arcana
long
check,
they're-
Gregory.
Oh god.
With disadvantage. Oh well, with assist it would be a straight roll.
Okay, here we go.
And the reason disadvantage would be because the gray rot is so foreign to literally everyone.
Natural one. Great.
Yeah.
Natural
that
one. It is. When you wonder if it is being like repairing, it's very hard to determine. You don't. There's so little knowledge on the gray rot. Even Nolan's knowledge is through the filter of what's recorded and what's. The most people who probably know about the gray rot are those who probably died in the gray rot.
yeah. Yeah, I'd like to.
I look at it, my whiskers almost burn off.
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
I
sorry.
said, I'd like to do something if you don't mind.
Sure.
Lady Butterfly, I put my hand out to the butterfly, see if it lands.
It flutters its way over, taking its time, and eventually lands on your hand.
Did one of your friends do that?
It turns into a little bit of a dark red color, as to say no.
Oh, not one of your friends, eh?
Do you know if the individuals before us are responsible for it?
It turns into a light pink, and then that pink shifts to a yellowish hue.
Okay. Well, I think that's good to know. Well, if we do need to escape, I mean, that's probably going to be a best bet.
Right. However, and he's going to peek over his head again after a flame blast has already passed over and look and see a potential, see if there's any substantial objects that block the flames, around that gate, to see if it's if we do choose to go for that gate, would there be things that would affect us on the way there?
The challenge with that gate specifically is that while you're looking at this, firstly, it is it's a half mile. It's about 2,640 feet away. And the river looks like it can get you maybe 100 feet closer to that break before it's just straight land and uphill.
Right.
Arne, you having experience with the hunters and having a specific experience with the memories of one of the hunters, I want you to roll a history check.
So,
Away real quick.
you say it's uphill, right?
Yes.
Does that affect the wave's trajectory at all? Does it splash against the hill or does it go up it?
Rolls up it. The fire itself, when it moves almost it moves less like a fire and more like a solar flare.
Another thing I wanted to know, with that, is it a hole in the wall or?
Yes, essentially.
So can the fire go through that?
It is. It's burning the outside.
Oh god.
Arne, what was your roll?
14 on this check.
One more time.
14.
14.
You're coming through very quietly.
14.
Very, very quiet.
Okay.
14. You recall quickly getting a flashback.
See if that fixes it.
That does fix it. Thank you.
I'm better.
Okay.
You're
I
given.
guess my thing got hit.
No problem. With the 14, you have a flashback to the hunters slogging through the water, slogging through the rain, fighting the water weirds, and you recall one of the leaders calling out, "We need to get to higher ground." And you surmise that perhaps that when this location was a big swamp fest, that they moved to the hillside to get away from the water weirds and elementals to the best of their ability. Thus, if they did break through and punch through, this is really inconvenient for you all, as the briars and fires keep you from that wall, but it's the farthest way from the rivers, farthest away from the water.
Uphill. Yeah, I get it.
I'll save some time and simply relay that information to the group. And reminding everyone, this is not the same place that our previous hunters exited.
So, RNA.
Yes.
As I recall, Center's group was the one that had the thing we needed.
The anchor.
The anchor.
Yes.
The anchor.
Yes.
The anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And you last recall them traveling upward. Or
I
Well-
believe that is the point he was getting to. Yes.
oh, okay.
The group did travel uphill. However, the last thing I know of the anchor is Center took it and entered, at the time, what was a hurricane. Now, I expect it to be the same thing, but hot. As RNA turns to look towards the massive flaming tornado in the distance.
And to reiterate with that flaming tornado from the top has air and wind that's very visible, like ripping and tearing, going downwards towards the ground, and licks of flame that seem to appear in the sky and rain down before hitting the surface of the ground and becoming those fire waves. And then through all that wind and fire, you can see a massive, still completely frozen solid red tornado that was the original hurricane, now this thick block of ice that stands as this gargantuan frozen tornado that glistens red as the light refracts on it from all the little balls of light that hover around them, almost radiating this weird electronic sound.
Now, I understand that we're all eager to find a way out of this, but at the same time,
Right.
I think our efforts should be more focused on finding the anchor.
Quelling this, indeed.
Yeah, so
It's good to know that there is a way out, should we need it.
my thing is the anchor on, like, it's confusing. Never mind.
The anchor
I
was
think-
with Center.
Yeah,
The
I
anchor
think
would be with Center.
and Center was going towards the tornado,
Yes.
which is now an ice fire tornado thing.
Completely frozen, turned red, and spitting fire at us, and...
A monstrosity is what we call that in the guild.
Yeah, how far is the tornado
Puffed
from
up
us?
is another word.
The tornado looks like it's going to be a better end of a, well, it's so the tricky part about this is that the tornado is several miles off. Though that's for a direct path. You guys are going to have to deal with the problem, either going over the surface and dealing with that fire, or you're going to have to trek through what would be the rivers, and hopefully they reach to the hurricane.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
So, we do have some options here as a group. One of them being, it is obvious that I will be the most likely to survive the flame. Should we want to take a path through the flame directly towards the tornado, I can help deal with it in some way, shape, or form. I can traverse that without too much effort. But
The epicenter is indeed in the heart of the storm, in the eye of the storm. We may have to break through the ice as well.
yes, but getting there before all else is going to be the issue.
Indeed.
We don't know how hard the ice is. We don't know anything about it until we make it there.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, I think we should use these trenches while we have them. You know, judging from our experience with what was that, 200 feet from that wall to that boulder, we didn't fare too well out in the open. I think we should see what these trenches lie, and your fire resistance could be very good for that. Maybe jumping up, getting a good vantage point, you have less chance of getting burnt. You know, that might be a possibility here, but I don't think a direct path is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a good idea.
I don't think so either, but it's one of two options, and that's currently it. So it has to be stated, very least.
Fair. Astrid, what do you think of all this?
You're muted. Oh, there he is. There he is. And we're not hearing him. He
Oh,
unmuted himself.
His mic is still not working. Okay. Huh. Technical difficulty fairy.
Yeah.
We thought we had one butterfly fairy, but we have another.
Yeah. This time, we'll say, it's best for us to stick with the river trenches as of current, and perhaps you could still utilize your resistances in order to at least peer over and see a connected path, forks in the river that would lead us closer to our chosen destination, so that we're not blindly wandering through the trenches and getting more and more lost, zigzagging all around, wasting our time.
As you discuss that matter, the butterfly lifts off of Arya's hand.
Oh, hello?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hey!
So Arya asked Astrid, "Well, what do you think of all this, friend?"
I'm starting to like Arne's idea with the vantage point and see what is our best goal. The longer we stay in here, the more tired we're going to get. The slower our reaction times are going to be. We'll get exhausted and we'll start making mistakes. So I think
his idea,
Fireman to scope it out and come back and try to guide us the best optimal path that he can. Because the quicker we get this rot fixed, then the quicker we can go home and hopefully help Center.
Yeah. RNA acting as the pathfinder, our scout, making sure that the path we take is safe and clear.
And with that, if that's the plan you are taking, immediately you are given a choice of two options. There is one path that leads off towards you can very evidently see the tornado behind it as you look forwards down the trench that is what was once a river, and the storm rages ever so aggressively. And the other path is away from that tornado, where at this point that butterfly lifts off of your finger, Arya, turns a pinkish hue, and flutters to sit in the center of that path, waiting and watching you all, to indicate that essentially that this would be where it would guide you away from the tornado.
Lady Butterfly, is that the way towards the tornado?
There's a flicker of one moment. There is a flicker of pink before shifting to a yellow.
I'd like to insight check that.
Sure.
I think that's probably going to be wise. 8.
You've gotten to the most familiar with this butterfly, and you've seen that when you've seen opportunities for something to be humorous or ironic or funny, that it's become a pinkish hue. And this is another instance of a moment that could be that you don't really know how that this part could be funny, but you gather that it did find something humorous about it before affirming yes.
Okay. Well, if anybody has any objections, I think letting our other very beautiful friend guide us would also be quite good.
I do think that it's trying to guide us away from the tornado, though.
There's a flicker of dark red
Isn't that right?
before it pulls itself back to white.
Maybe it loops back? I mean, we don't know the riverways here.
Well, it's our scout or our fire-resistant friend, if you wouldn't mind peering over the edge of the river and seeing for yourself if there is a path that connects.
As you both
Close it.
take a quick look,
Wouldn't hurt.
I won't have you roll perception checks here because, unfortunately, if you've ever been in any scenario where there is a river, and it's several miles to get to the location, your eyes can see forwards and you can see like little divots and changes in the terrain, but overall, I don't think you'd be able to gather if I take this path, it's going to lead up to that obvious divot that I see. You can't see all the way down one way, all the way down another, and I don't imagine. I could have you roll a nature check, but even at this distance, it's going to be very challenging. It's a little bit of a luck of the draw in this matter.
Can't quite tell where there's a fork that leads to the path.
Right, there's so many options that as you look over there, you can see there's obviously things, but making sure that one connects to another would be almost impossible.
The thing is, how do we know about how deep the river is? Like the path that we are planning to take for safety, right? Do we have any idea how deep those walls go?
Looking both ways, right now they both are deep enough to cover and protect. How it will be in the future is untellable. But at this point of the river, it is very, very deep. And it actually looks like it digs in deeper the farther you go either direction. It looks like this might have been a slight uphill, which is kind of strange. Roll a nature check, those who are well-versed in, nature. If anyone has a proficiency in nature, roll here.
1, 2, 3, not it.
I have a proficiency in nature.
Very good.
Does it have anything to do about fae, fiends, or undead?
No.
I got an 18.
18.
Okay.
Nolan, your knowledge of riverbeds, immediately, at least seeing that that you'd be going downhill, going forwards, and downhill, going backwards, tells you that this is odd. It's not impossible for rivers to go upwards, but water travels downwards, and this river was dug into the ground, maybe by possibly at one point arcane or non-natural means.
Yeah, we did know there were water weirds in here once. Yeah, so they probably eroded their own path. Maybe. At least that's my best guess. Make their own, expand the river themselves.
Which means that they can expand towards the tornado too.
Well, the water weirds aren't here anymore to make another path for us, so hopefully they did that before we potentially evaporated them. Or, an even scarier thought, we merely changed their form.
Oh.
I look over to Nolan. What?
Well, I don't know the deepest effects of how this arcane origin fire might have shaped the water elementals that were already here, potentially either completely destroying them or changing their form to match vapor.
Arya looks over to that hole in the ground that had steam coming out of it. Oh, I see.
Yes. Terrifying thought. I really hope that I am wrong.
Arya looks back at the opening in the veil. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Too easy. So we following the butterfly, or we going the other way?
We don't have many options. If we do, in fact, we trust this butterfly to not lead us astray, then we will take its path.
So
we're in a river.
Let me get this straight. We can either face the firewall or face the potential chance of fighting vapor weirds or whatever.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Either way, we're going to be dealing with them. We're having to traverse this river anyways.
That'd be great.
Is the butterfly trying to guide in the direction of the river?
It floated over.
As you look,
Yeah.
So there are two directions in the river. There's one that's like straightforward, and you can see above the lift. There's the obvious tornado. It actually the river that you're on actually heads straight to the tornado. Of course, then bending away. But as you look down it, you can look upwards and see the tornado standing there. Right. Backwards, the other direction is where the butterfly is intending to guide you.
I think the best course of action is to simply use our eyes. As of right now, we see that this path does in fact head towards the tornado. But there is no guarantee that the river will even take us all the way there to begin with. But we need to get as close to it as we can before we start making other decisions. Worst case scenario, if we reach a dead end, maybe I can scale the wall and see which way we need to go or what we can do to progress further. We can't just accept that this riverbed here is the only course of action. We do have other things at our disposal, but I think we don't need to make too many decisions before we get there. I think we should traverse this way, away from the butterfly.
Away from the butterfly.
Well, time is of essence, and no plan is a
I
bad
agree.
plan if we do it together. Should we have a vote?
If we find out it's a dead end,
vote, I
then we
guess.
just simply walk backwards.
And with that, the party chooses to go with away from the butterfly's suggestion, correct?
Matt, I'm gonna
Depends
say
on
one
the
more
road.
thing.
Yeah.
Madam Butterfly, would you wait for us if we end up being wrong that way?
It just stays the same white that as it normally does, and then just dims ever so slightly.
Dims ever so slightly, like as in it's less bright, or dims ever so slightly to another color.
No color whatsoever. It just becomes
it
less
kinda-
bright
kinda-
and less animated.
Right insight on that?
I think we might have upset it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Personally,
roll inside
I
if you'd like.
enjoy. I think I like the idea of having a guide who's from here.
I don't mind.
Roll a 1. It's 7. Yeah.
As a
I think we might
general
have
thing.
upset it.
Nah, it was a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lost. What's
Yeah,
happening?
I just don't think upsetting our friend here would be good if we go the opposite direction. And then, what if we need her later? You know,
Well, then they'll be here.
I don't know if she will. But
Well-
if the group wants to go this way, that's fine.
I mean, Lashes, hear me out. Let's say with the wall that someone crafted this area, this place. That same person will then have to have crafted our little friend here, and I'm just not inclined, based off my, experiences as, in the Iron Woods, that I have too many friends, especially if they're making anti-magic walls and stuff.
The
I'm not
butterfly.
inclined to.
I also had suspicions of it.
The butterfly turns the deepest, darkest red that you've seen it turn, and flutters away into the fire.
Oh, you upset
Well,
it.
now you're
definitely
upset
upset
it.
it with that.
Well, Gregory, I don't know your family life, but if you had a parent who was really bad and then you came from them, does that inherently make you bad?
I would,
No.
I would rather refrain from pulling statistics up about abusive parents and what
Wait,
that
my
causes.
parents weren't abusive.
Well, not you
I'm not
specifically.
referring
I'm
to
saying
you.
in the general. That seems like the same thing to me. Like if evil wizard, because scratch that. Evil wizard, specifically this evil wizard, makes an evil dome and then makes a thing that's alive. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil. They showed us the veil. They showed us this river. I mean,
You see, I have my own suspicions on whether or not that thing truly is autonomous.
I'm just saying it's kind of it
I
likes to
didn't
laugh
trust it
and
to
make
begin with.
jokes. I don't get what's funny about the situation.
I suppose, but if we've already upset our friend, I'll just have to apologize on y'all's behalf next time I see her.
Or perhaps we'll find another one.
Maybe, perhaps. So this way, pointing towards the tornado.
Are we ready?
No one will mark the other, like the other path, saying as a reminder that we've been here and like potentially go that way should this other way not work out.
And as you guys trek,
Nice.
you begin traveling through the paths. I'm gonna want a mixture. I'll say RNA, well, with advantage because Gregory is helping out as where he can, but RNA being the one looking over the thing. I want you to roll a survival check with advantage.
Thanks. A 23.
23.
Well done. Well done.
You guys travel
Very nice,
and
very
travel and travel, and hours pass, but the day doesn't change. Those light sources ever present. Occasionally, lightning would crackle over the tops of the sky. Interestingly, moving a horizontal rather than a vertical, running its way across and almost branching out like trees, all coming from the tornado. Several pieces of crackling lightning happen, reaching as far out towards the outskirts of the barrier, and you guys get farther and farther from the barrier. Unaware of really how many hours have passed, tiredness is starting to set in, and you guys are now making it to what would be this the rivers. You've jumped from occasional one river to another, having the help of RNA, Arya, and Astrid, all kind of helping each other get across. Sustaining no damage, moving over briars. You guys would have occasionally jump out of one to get into another. You guys make it from river to river to river, hours passing, and eventually the river you're on breaks out into what would be a large open area, perhaps a small pond at one point, now dried over. Gregory, I want you to roll a perception check as you're watching out. You specifically are watching out for anything of any danger.
30-20.
30-20. Gregory, you feel everyone else, they have the shoes and whatnot. You feel with your paws, like your foot. Oh no, you wear boots. Nonetheless, your heightened senses. You feel a rumbling underneath the ground, and you gather that there is a movement and a pressure that is underneath this what would be a large expanse. And you gather that it is dangerous up ahead.
Hold on, group. I feel something.
No one holds.
I feel a lot of pressure underneath us.
What it particularly feels like is like small vibrations, and as you like bring your body closer to the ground, there's little pieces where there of that cracked earth where there's just like a small whistling sound, obviously like little bits of air escaping.
Oh,
All right, I relate that to the group, and
Greater steam vents, perhaps.
can I use perception on the ground with RNA putting his ear to the dirt?
Yeah, roll. Go ahead. Hearing with advantage.
He gets advantage whenever using ears, trying to make out what might be underneath us, if it is just pressure or if it's something worse.
Does it sound like anything's moving under there, Arno?
And I got an 11.
What you gather with an 11 is that the ground may not be as listening the way that you can hear like bits of wind and the hissing that happens in those small cracks in the earth. And as you kind of like move a little bit closer to that would be like a large pond pool area, it changes to a different tone, and you can gather that there is a difference in how hollow it is underneath your feet from where you are to the pool.
So more unstable ground over there, perhaps.
And how big is this pond? Is it possible for us to?
It wouldn't be
around
all that far to run. We're going around it. You'd be dealing with the briar, and you'd be dealing with the fire. And going around it would be around. Let's see. It'd be looking like another 230 almost feet, going around the circumference. Going straight through, you're dealing with more of a 60 feet sprint.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be the obvious person here. Nolan, you were talking about the water elementals changing form and steam and stuff.
A theory that I hope that I am wrong about.
You say 60 feet, eh? Anyone got a rope?
I think it's a pretty good theory. I think it's a pretty good theory in the sense that, I'm just not having the best.
Leading into the camera.
Yeah, I see, Rose. I'm just not having the best feeling about this. I feel like my hair is going to straighten out here.
Oh.
Steam vents, unstable ground all along the path straight across. Not appealing either way.
Yeah.
We may have to
If we
deal with
have,
walking along the perimeter of it, keeping our heads low up against the wall of the pond. If we do decide to try and cross to the opposite side and get further, then what?
Yeah, is there even an other side to this place?
There is.
there?
On the other side, there
Okay.
is an obvious. It's a 60-foot spread across it. It's more wide than it is long, and at least if you're going from this trench to the next, which would be another river point.
Okay.
All right, I have a couple ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So, Arya, you have.
Oh, yeah, I figured you had a few ideas.
Don't worry, scouts. We think hard. And Arya,
Hmm.
you have that hook, right? But it has a long rope in it, doesn't it? How long of a rope is it?
If I had to take a wild guess, I would say approximately 400 feet.
Okay. So two ideas. Either we can get someone who's very fast with this rope and make sure it's nice and firm across, and everyone else can just walk across the rope, or we can get, or I can shoot this rope with my crossbow.
Walk across the rope?
I don't know if you've
What do you mean
noticed,
by
but
that?
I'm not exactly the most flexible or agile or dexterous individual. Walking across a rope is not exactly
We've noticed.
our forte. Yeah.
Ashton could walk across a rope, but he's gonna have to, I don't know, do some heavy
With his
lifting.
own weight, I fear he may bow it down to where he might as well just walk along the floor.
If he takes his time,
that's
will
rude.
burn the
It
rope.
is
he
weight.
might be going a little slower.
That
Maybe
too.
have
The
speed.
RNA may burn the rope.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, what about walking on a rope? This isn't like it's a hole. It's just craggly.
Yeah, it's not a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, if you
worried
want
about
to take
causing-
step on
We don't want
Pond
to trigger a
possibly
steam
full
vent.
steam.
We don't want to trigger a sinkhole. We don't want to do any of that. In which
Yeah.
case, we could, as we mentioned, just go along the perimeter of it.
I think along the perimeter sounds good. Astra, do you have anything you
thinking
can
about
throw
along
at
the
it?
perimeter.
For what, the craggly rocks?
How's the walls
Yes.
along the perimeter of the pond look? Like, is there, let's say
They look like they'll crumble and like we'll slide deeper into the pond.
roll a perception check.
Or explode.
Pond with quotations.
Ooh,
Now,
21.
Astra, do you have
May
anything
I
you can throw
roll my own perception?
just to see what we're dealing with, how delicate this is?
Yeah, I got my spear, or if there's any loose rocks, big boulders around DM,
Yeah.
give him a
plenty.
good old chuck. Do we want to wait, or do we just want to
And sure.
see what these perception checks have to say for us real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 on like the craggliness of the perimeter of it, so to see if it may be unstable enough that if we try and go along the perimeter, we may just slide deeper into it.
Yeah, so looking at that, it looks as though this pond, if it was, whenever it was made, if it was recent, if it wasn't, it looks as though essentially what would be the slants of that are not very solid ground. Naturally, any pond on the edges are going to
Right.
be, now it's dried up, but nonetheless, it's not going to be structurally sound by any means.
Okay.
And Greg got 21, by the way.
That was for Greg as well,
Oh, word.
because they were both looking over the perimeter,
Okay.
to my knowledge.
Yep.
my idea
I will-
was like, if we would dodge in and out of the sides of the
Out of the
ponds.
fire. The fire. If you run over the fire and briar, you will be dealing with perfectly solid ground. Just 240 feet of fire and briar.
No, I mean like when the waves come,
Duck down on each wave. That's an option. You'd have to deal with the slidable ground.
Okay.
Yep. We'd have to deal with the.
Hey, when you say
unstable-
briar, do you mean like the broken stuff in the ground?
Yeah, like the
The difficult terrain. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
also sticking
Gotcha.
us. Yeah.
In the ponds, there's no
Just
difficult
Making
terrain.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
I got you.
Astrid, you were
Astrid
gonna
had
say
a plan?
something.
I throw a big boulder.
How big are you talking?
How big is around me?
Biggest one we can find,
Big as,
baby.
I mean, there's plenty of rocks.
Big as I can carry it. Big as I can carry it then.
Okay, there's not that big of a rock because we don't have a 2,000-pound rock. But you do
Okay.
toss a large boulder
face.
that you can find, large stone.
Okay, in the middle, what happens?
When it hits the middle, immediately the rock it falls. It goes. It skips off the earth, and where it skips off the earth starts to hiss a massive as a steam vent starts to push outwards, scalding the side of the rock before sending it off to another side, and it hits hard on the right side of the pond as well. Another crack. Steam starts to push out from that way, and the rock finds its way slowing down, causing 2 steam vents that just kind of continually blow, and they don't stop.
Well, there you go.
Don't stop.
Why
boy.
would we do that? Is the question.
I thought it was a good idea.
To prove that that in fact too much pressure on it will in fact cause a steam release.
Yeah,
Because I'd rather burn a rock than us.
Yeah, if a rock could break it, I'm looking over at Astrid and the giant
And the steam.
7-foot fire guy. I think you guys would break it too.
Yeah, the steam was powerful enough to propel the rock high enough to set off another one.
You see where I come up with the rope
That was
idea?
a massive fucking rock that was thrown at it.
I mean, it was
I think it might be How big
think
was the
we
rock,
made-
Rose?
Rock was
big
like
was
the rock
he
he
said his
threw?
okay.
Size of
So
my
he said
head,
as big as he could
probably.
find.
He said
So
as big as
I'm
he
gonna
could
say
carry.
2-handed like boulder.
Big as my head.
Yeah,
right?
bigger than your head.
that.
Bigger than your head.
Yeah.
You had to go back
probably
some
weigh
ways
more
to
than
get
that
it
rock.
because you saw it as you're passing, but you came back in with like
Yeah.
an Astrid holding a 2 hands
That's
outwards
a
kind
nice
of boulder.
boulder.
Yeah, you could
That's
say that like
a
we
That
about
will probably
weigh
be
about the
heavier
same.
than me.
Yeah, it would be heavier than well, how heavy? Yeah, it would be very.
I don't know.
At the same time, it
It'd be
also
over probably 200.
Yeah, it'd be rivaling Astrid's weight.
it also
Astrid would
determines
definitely
it also determines like, oh hey, these steam vents won't stop, and I don't think this is a water elemental that's made of steam, although I'm not an expert in that field. DM, could I look at the steam vents and
Yeah.
see, are there eyes in them? Are there
Roll a
like
perception
Are they
check.
moving around with that?
That'd be horrible.
Is there movement? Is there movement
Does the
that
steam look
shows
mean?
intelligence?
does the steam look mean? 15.
Does the steam have malicious intent?
The steam that spits out is red and white, like it's a little bit of that
yeah,
way, but
'cause
then
we-
it's red
yeah.
in nature as well. And
Blood steam.
it has been going for some time now. The steam does slow down on those 2 pockets that were punctured.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, little pockets of it. Yeah.
Oh, and also,
So,
if we reduce the
Wednesday.
pressure, it's going to be less, less powerful. So,
What if
It
I just
does
made a
Right?
What if I just made a boulder path? Surely there are enough boulders around.
Throw
We don't have to worry about.
depressurize.
Can you
a
accurately
path?
throw enough boulders?
No, but I can get enough of them in a group, I guess. I don't see why that.
It would take a long time to properly and a lot of rocks to depressurize the steam path.
RNA would like to go
We could walk
step along the steam path.
Okay.
RNA goes walking out.
Can I unarmed
Yeah,
strike?
just to test it.
How
Not
are
super
you?
far,
How
but
are you
just a
doing
couple
this? Are
normal
you
steps.
sprinting? Are you walking gingerly? What's your method of getting across this very fragile field?
First, do we know exactly where it starts?
Right in front of you. As soon as
Right in front of you.
you get to the you don't know the exact point. I understand. You mean the field? No, you don't know exactly where the field starts.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I thought you meant for where the pond starts. Don't know why I thought you meant that.
RNA will attempt to take a couple careful steps, just walking forward. Just slow, cautious walking.
Slow, cautious walking. I want you to make an
Just to see.
acrobatics check as you are gingerly stepping and listening for each footstep as the ground underneath you shifts and cracks and gingerly moves with each step.
I got a 6.
6.
Yep.
Traveling along, step. Nothing happens at this point.
Oh.
RNA stops for a moment, and turns his head back towards the group, and shrugs his shoulders, and says, "I got this far." He will take one more step.
Crack! The steam comes rushing up his leg and burning the front of his body as it goes wailing up him.
It launches into the air.
Oh God! You take
Last thing you hear is,
you do take 8 points of fire damage, and you get blasted 5 feet upwards before.
actually?
Yeah, no, you get blasted like cartoonishly up into the air, and you take another. So 8. That's 8 points of fire damage. Half would be 4 points of fire damage, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on your back aggressively. I want you to roll an acrobatics check as you land on your back.
Oh God.
okay.
I thought you were joking about that.
he's
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, fuck, I rolled a 3.
With that, you hear, oh, fuck!
no.
He falls back on his back. There's another massive crack, much louder than the last. And you see Arne get lifted up like a geyser up into the air, much higher than before. Arne, your back gets completely scalded as you go flying up into the air. You take, I've already halved this. You take 5 points of fire damage, and you get knocked 20 feet into the air. And I'm going to roll, I want you to roll a charisma check to determine if this was when a fire wave was coming or not.
Okay.
Hey, Aria.
Charisma.
Wait, Aria.
Why charisma check?
Sorry,
That's just as usual.
it's just luck. Base charisma.
Your luck.
That's just luck.
Great.
Wombo combo.
Hey, Aria,
You
why
want
did I
above
throw that
a
boulder in the
10.
middle
You want
of-
above a 10.
That's crazy. Aria, why did I throw
wanted
that
to see
boulder in the middle
exactly
of the
how
pond?
sensitive.
Yeah, you found out.
That's good. I like
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3. Fire wave. Let's go.
So, knocked up 20 feet in
I
the
know I
air,
roll low.
a fire wave rushes over Arne. Arne, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage as you're currently being launched upwards.
Oh,
I feel like we should help.
I feel like we should
I don't know how we how do we help? How do we help?
4.
Just,
4. All right. As that happens, you take. Oh no! You take 14 and half. So half of 14 of fire damage is 7 points of fire damage. As it rushes over, everyone sees Arne fall. Like there's a trail of smoke and a fiery Arne falling downwards back onto the pond. You take the falling damage, which is a total of 6 bludgeoning damage. And as you crash down, you have your choice of a charisma luck throw, or you have your choice of another dexterity. This would be not a dexterity saving throw. This would be an acrobatics check as you crash down.
How
I guess I'll do an acrobatics check.
How close is he? He's pretty close. Like he's cracked. You can,
I got a 7.
7. If you want to give him, so
He was
Arya,
close.
he's flying towards you, but he is going to be hitting the ground at the moment. You can rush out to try to catch him. You'll be risking the same things he's risking.
Oh, I like that. Is it going to be an athletics check for me, or is that going to be
Your choice, how you want to handle the situation.
I wish I was rolling athletics checks.
Yeah, athletics checks would be a little bit
Roll
better.
athletics checks. I'm totally down for that.
Could I like hold out like one
Am
of
I about
my?
to land back into the pond where all the steam is, or am I getting
You
launched
are about
back?
to land
What's
into
going on?
another spot that has the potential to crack and break.
my God.
Arya,
Yeah.
split second decision. What are you doing?
I'm doing it. I'm going to look over to Greg, heal us if this gets bad, and I jump out in front, and I try to grab, and then when I grab, I'll try to jump back as far as I can, so that I'm landing on my back.
The moment
back towards the group.
you go step, I want you to roll athletics check. And as he runs, everybody, there is a path that is crackling like V shapes behind him.
Uh-oh.
And he's running the athletics check. You successfully catch Arne, and Arne, take back that bludgeoning damage because you get caught. So take back that 6 bludgeoning damage as you get caught by Arya. But Arya, as you're sprinting, every step you take, crack, explosion, as the steam vents are exploding behind you. You have the choice to run forwards or fight the steam vents that are already exploding. You can either keep that momentum or turn around.
Shit, we're going full sail,
full
baby.
sail.
I'm gonna keep
You
my
start
momentum.
sprinting forth, crack. I need you to
Like
make
a
another
Beyblade.
athletics check as you're carrying Arne.
I got you, bud. That is a
As soon
28.
as Arne lands,
Ooh.
as soon as Arne lands in his hands, He gives him a pat on the back and yells, "Go!"
That was a 28 athletics, by the way.
Arya is
Oh, God.
sprinting, holding RNA like just got married style, you know, like holding two hands in
Yeah,
front.
bridal carry. Yeah.
Like bridal carry RNA, you're looking over his shoulder, and behind him, crack, 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 explosion, shrapnel's going everywhere, and Arya's booking it as you're sprinting across. You guys are 3/4 away across the pond. As Arya, I want you to roll another athletics check. RNA, what are you doing as you see all this happen? Are you making any actions?
No.
No actions?
I'm gonna let the man do what he does best.
All right.
Unless I can help him somehow. Can I roll a help?
How? If you tell me how, maybe.
Okay.
Time's ticking.
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
Could I hold out? Could I hold out one of my
We're so far
staffs
away.
and be like,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they're way far away.
oh, they're too
So
far
the
away?
situation is
Yeah,
they're running to
dude,
the other
we're
side
all
and
the
about to
way
make it.
across.
They're 3/4 across.
They're 3/4 away.
Oh.
And as you go sprinting across Arya, they get closer and closer.
14, by the
Explosion.
way.
I saw a 14. As you get closer, explosion, catching up on you. Arna, you're looking over the shoulder. It's getting faster and faster as the explosions get closer and closer. Arya sprinting. Before you are Arya, all that crackling ground. Whoosh! Now it's hard ground. Step. And no more explosions. You turn back over and you made it.
Whew. God.
Despite everything that just happened in a sequence, RNA is relatively unharmed. Despite
Magic
being
grab
comically
for
flown
space.
into the air,
That's really funny.
getting hit by a flame blast, and then still being caught, he is still relatively unharmed. He
Arne,
looks to Art.
Arne, are you okay? Are you okay? I saw what he did to you. It was like a combo. You couldn't get out. What? Are you okay?
RNA looks at him, still being carried, and he says, "Oh, I've never been better, brother. Oh,
Having a good time.
that was a great sprint. I gotta say,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just feel awful for the rest of our party now. I look back at the wall of steam.
The wall
behind
of
me.
steam, the ground's destroyed. The pieces slumped down
hardly
the crater
see.
even farther. You can see Nolan looking disappointed through the red steam.
No one's sitting down like with a completely nonplussed face, like barely seeing them through the steam. Is like, great. Now how do we get across?
And we'll,
So, is there any like crater
Problem now.
nearby?
Yeah, it's your problem now.
and we'll transition over to Gregory, Astrid, and Nolan. You guys are currently like trying to figure out what you'll do. You can't hear Arya and Arne currently on the other side.
No one's got his hand on his chin, pondering like, well, good for them. Now, what about the rest of us? He says out loud.
Idiots.
I prefer to not be comically thrown around by steam vents.
Mm. Are there any Are there any of those giant good berries around?
Oh, one of those. You're gonna roll a little. Oh,
Roll a perception check. Or
All right.
Yeah.
Perception. That is a. Oh my God! Why are we so far? 19.
19. Ah.
as far as those good berries go, you glance over. This time you're looking over the ridge, in between fire blasts. And yeah, there's one. It's some ways away. I would say it's maybe 100 feet off, just dug into the ground. 100 feet from where you are, across briar, across fire. But yeah, there is one.
Across briar and fire, you said?
Well, right. Anytime you're crossing the briar, above there is
Yeah.
fire to come with.
The fire wave, yeah, along with it.
Okay. Put that in the back pocket.
It's a good
100 feet
idea,
away.
and a better.
How does it look like it's pushable?
How heavy do you think them
Round.
things are?
You'd have to try to find out.
I could make it over there. And I'll have the good berry to block the fire.
Yeah. It'll be stinging a little bit on the way over there from the briars.
I can deal with that. We'll keep thinking. Let me think.
Could we wait until the existing pockets have depressurized?
You guys do wait for a little bit, hoping that would happen, and you find that the other two that originally depressurized essentially had rocks and things that would find their way blocking it, but this is a large gaping thing, and it's almost an unnatural amount of steam coming out. In our world, this would not be possible, but this is just seemingly almost constant. The water that's being created or the pressure that is existing is strange in nature. It just keeps coming.
Nolan is brainstorming a little bit with Astrid about the Goodberry situation.
Because
he does have enlarge, however, he fears enlarge reduce, however, he fears the effect may just be lost the moment he leaves the
how wide is
zone.
the pit in AoE?
It's 30 feet.
Well, and I don't know if this is meta. Last time when I stepped of the wind, I did it inside the pit, and then I got to use it on the way back.
That is right.
So I think
and when the shifter shifted,
and he shifted and stayed in horse form.
Yeah.
And RNA stayed in fireman form. And he did that thing when he was outside of the pitten.
Right.
So how far is your spell range, Brand Nolan?
I believe enlarge is I can cast it within 30 feet. So
okay. So
I could put.
Do you mind? Yes. Do you mind using one of your pitten?
Enlarge you, so it'll be easier for you to potentially shove the good.
And I could get over there even quicker to minimize damage from the fire and to get us across.
Yes.
And I could carry you, and I know that my good cat friend right here is dexterous as well. We could lumberjack roll down the Goodberry in the pond. How about that?
Using it as a shield, preferably, as our methods.
That works too.
Back as our methods.
You know what?
Back safely.
That's why we brainstorm.
Yeah, and then we roll it down into the pond to potentially have a bigger depressurizing.
Exactly, and maybe block off the steam.
Yeah,
just depends on how heavy the Goodberry is.
Why not just travel, on the ground with the wall that we can move?
Because that's 200 feet of flame and briar. Go right ahead.
I mean, if the wall's protecting us, I don't see.
That is an option, Gregory. If you want to try that, by all means.
Yeah.
Well.
Either way, I'm spending a pitten.
And with that, do you click the pitten? Magic appears.
I will hold it ready and until we have a plan on which one we're settled on.
I think the Goodberry plan is not a bad idea.
Yes.
Greg, you're just a part, and you're also a part of this group.
Well, if you're gonna use a pitten, I have magic too.
Yes.
What do you have?
Well, I know ways to shape water and molder.
That's true.
Would you? Okay, potentially.
You could shape Earth to close the gap again, I guess.
Close the steam gaps. I think it would it would just reopen them the moment we treaded on them again.
That's true. That's true.
And the pressure behind it may just shove it right back open too. I was initially thinking that he could create using the molders to create the path for the Goodberry to roll itself over, but then that's a little far.
Yeah, Mold Earth has very limiting ability.
Yeah.
I could make a ramp.
Yeah, and then that's just ramping it down. And either way, we just shove it
It'll
down
launch it.
anyways. No, I don't think that would launch it. No, I don't think that it would launch it.
So how far from us is the steam wall?
See, well, I'd say you guys are on one side, it's right in front of you. It runs all the way across. It's like now it's just basically a straight line wall. And RNA's explosion, which is off to the side. And then there's one that's farther out to the right that is another RNA explosion as it launched them back to you guys.
I'm thinking good big plan.
Yeah, you move.
So, all right. Well, so you guys are hoping this will seem less pressurized, so we can walk easily across, or
We even with a rollable shield from the steam.
Exactly.
Should we have it?
how would that work? Because what if it just falls and breaks into the ground and then gets knocked up?
I'm not throwing it. I'm carrying it over here if I can.
You pressurizing it faster.
Also, Arya, suck my nuts. How about that?
Wouldn't
Saw
it
that.
I'm just saying, wouldn't it just be better to just, if we have the berry that we can move around, to
Right.
just use it as cover as we move around the steam and deadly, pitfalls, instead of through. It might take longer, but if our wall doesn't get, burnt to a crisp, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
Continue
you're
to
saying
use it
you're
as
saying
a shield
all through-
to the other riverbed across that's on the other side of the pond.
And if you're going to do enlarge anyway, why go get another berry when I could just make one? And then we would just have a berry here that we can enlarge.
You would be
And-
casting a normal one within the barrier, so I don't think you would get the giant one that already exists in here.
Well, how big can you make things?
One size
I'd
bigger than
rather-
what they would be. So a good berry normally would become
Yeah,
the size
it would
of an
be
orange.
small instead of
sounds
tiny.
like it would turn into a great berry.
Yep.
A great berry.
That was good.
Mhm.
Okay, never mind.
Either way, I do think that rolling the good berry as a shield from either the flames or from the steam into the riverbed that we're trying to cross over to is a better idea.
All right, well, let's do that then. Let's do that.
All right.
Sounds good.
So, let's all get ready. And he will place the pitten, activate it, and you will cast Enlarge on Astrid.
Oh, I've never been enlarged before. Does this hurt?
Astrid grows as the pitten explodes with magical radiant energy. It sucks in like a vacuum. Astrid, you begin to grow in size. What are you doing?
Okay, I bonus action step of the wind over to the good berry.
All right. Immediately, there's an explosion no explosion. Excuse me. Immediately, you're breaking for it. You burn a key point as you sprint across the briar, and once you make it there, you get to the good bear.
And I would like to see if it can be picked up. If not, I would like to roll it.
All right.
You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws whilst Enlarge.
Perfect. And as
Word.
that comes on, I want you to make a strength check as you start to try to push it or let. You can use athletic.
All right, so
You would have
advantage on that. Let's go. Okay, that's a 17 or all right, a 17 it is.
Oh, yeah.
With an immense amount of might, Astrid portrays your knees buckle down like the Sisyphus on the stone as you start to be able to push it up. Now, you feel that you might be able to pick this up if you so wish, possibly even throw it or roll it. What would you prefer to do?
I think picking it up would be the good bit.
Arne and Arya, you guys don't really know what their plan is. You see the magic happen. You see a massive Goliath go running across before disappearing over the ridge. And then as you're looking at where he went, a Goodberry's top begins to rise over the edge. This massive charcoal black Goodberry lifts up as the flames lick over it. And you guys see this rising above. Astrid, what are you doing?
I'm walking to the start of the steam wall, and I'll set it down and start pushing.
I will warn you of this. You can throw it or walk it. If you walk it, you will be moving at your normal movement speed, 55, and you'll be risking one turn, or that would be 2 turns of, no, 55. It'd be 1 turn of the bonfire. So you would be hit by the bonfire for a turn.
Okay. I'll take it.
With that, you're carrying over. You guys see this massive moving Goodberry getting closer and closer and closer, and a Goliath screaming along as he carries it over his shoulders. All right. With that, you're gonna take...
wizards aren't that bad, actually.
Ooh.
I look over there, flabbergasted at what I'm seeing. Are wizards not that bad?
Very impressive feat.
A very nasty lick of fire runs over your body, Astrid, as you do take... I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you're holding this massive boulder.
All right. That's a...
Okay.
Oof.
8.
Yeah. That's an 8, so...
Yeah, 8.
You do get scalded for 22 fire damage as it runs over your body, licking. It was nasty
Half
as it
that.
tears
I
you
have
up.
evasion, half that.
Oh, he does have evasion. Yeah.
You suck with that.
Monk instincts.
With that, monk instincts. I'm trying to decide on Grey Rot here.
How do you want to do this?
Let me ask: is that a reaction to use evasion?
It's a class feat.
Class feat, but is a
He just
reaction.
has it.
I think it is a. I think that's like a passive thing.
Yeah, it's passive.
Like you can do that for.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, while you have subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to only take half damage, instead you take no damage, you succeed on the saving throw and only half if you fail.
Okay,
so
it is a
just
passive.
do that.
So with it being a
constant
passive
thing.
and not an active, the Grey Rot will not impact this. And as that happened, the flames do lick over you, but you're frostpulsed to your skin. Just the hardness of it just runs over you. You do take 11 points of fire damage as it burns over. Pieces of your body kind of peel down. You're bleeding a little bit as the flames almost cut you to some level in the way that they burn over you. And with that, you get up to the edge. You're now standing at the lip. You guys can see this massive Goliath standing on the edge of the pond with a massive Goodberry held over his head.
Having a giant on your side has its perks.
Astrid, what you doing?
I was just gonna say. So, I see Astrid, right?
Yeah.
I see the Goodberry. Yeah. Where's Gregory and Nolan?
They're off to the left. Nolan is currently, and ooh, you raise a great point because that's going to be a turn. Nolan, as you're standing there, Astrid, with that over your head, the Pitten runs out of its time. It sucks up into you. The Grey Rot. You keeping the concentration spell cannot keep a concentration spell in the Grey Rot. Astrid, you immediately feel that strength almost sapping from you. What are you doing in these last few moments of having your giant size?
Okay, so I'm. Let's see. I'm going to throw it the rest of the way.
All right. With that,
I think that'd be the best way.
One more athletics check with advantage as you throw it the rest of the way.
All right. Thank God. Oh crap! That's a 9 both times.
9.
Arya, book it.
As how are you booking it? When you say that, and there is a Goodberry flying towards you like a meteor, as you like there's a shadow starting to grow on you as you start to turn and run. Crashes down where you were. Oh, just demolishing the place where Arne and Arya stands before the Goodberry begins to gently roll towards the center of the pond. Astrid, I take it you rush back to Nolan and Gregory, losing your size.
Yes.
As you lose your sight, it cracks down onto the surface of the of what would be the pond. Now, Arya and Arne, were you about to do something? I interrupted there.
No, just getting out of
running
the way.
away from the flying fucking
Making sure they
Goodberry.
didn't get hit.
And also thinking to myself, how come every time someone's alone with a wizard, they end up trying to kill one of us? Specifically when they get large. That's crazy. How does that happen?
You're thinking
I
this.
don't know what you're talking about.
As that happens, Astrid, you make it back to Gregory and Nolan. The big Goodberry rolls, and cracks onto the what is the big steaming pit. And for a moment, it grows silent. And you guys all sit there and wait for a second, watching what happens. And the steam itself freezes for a moment, almost pause. You guys stand there, thinking, what do we do? How do we handle? And then there's just the smallest hissing sound. It's slightly getting louder. What are you all doing? And what there is now...
I'm standing back.
I also stand back and take cover.
You stand back? You take cover?
I stand back and take cover, because I have a feeling of what might happen.
You stand back, take cover?
Arne.
Yeah, Arne?
Arne peers into the pit from a distance and he leans over towards Ari and he says, I think they just made a fucking cannon. And he begins to back up more than before.
Arya thinks to himself, a cannon? A cannon? Oh, no! And he's going to start heading the opposite direction, more further up a river. Like, okay, yeah, this is not where I want to be.
Arne and Arya, you guys, Astrid, Gregory, Nolan, you see just the tail coat of Arya rotting as they're sprinting along the way. You two have taken cover for a moment. That hissing sound is getting just a bit louder. This thing acts as a sort of bridge at the moment, but the hissing sound's growing in size. One turn passes. What are you guys doing?
You know what? Fuck it.
You know what? I'm gonna scoop up.
I'm running across the berry.
All right.
Hop on.
All right. I'm out.
I'm running across the berry.
Running across the berry.
Like it acts like a bridge, right?
Yeah, it actually, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you step over it.
So
better use this quickly.
And, yeah.
Yes, Astrid?
Oh no, I was just like I scoop up Nolan and I move my 55 feet.
Yeah, you guys start sprinting across. You guys run over the now the 55 feet. You run over the top of the berry. You're at the end of the turn. You're on top of the berry. The berry is hot, like it burns through your shoes. It burns your feet. It's hot. You can feel it kind of emanating, Nolan, as you're kind of like you look down as Ashton's carrying you, and you can see like the air above this berry is almost shifting from the heat waves. Into that turn, you guys go for the next turn. You go sprinting along, running. I want you to go into a dash, braking as fast as you possibly can. Go!
I'm already a dodge.
You ready a dodge? You clear the berry, sprinting farther and farther. Another turn goes farther and farther. That hissing sound gets louder and louder and louder until you guys take a left into a bank. You jump down and you hear this enormous cacophonous explosion sound. You cover your ears. It rings as you guys are on the other side. You take a corner. You get down. Arne and Arya are taking another corner ahead of you guys, and there's this massive explosion. Arne, you and Arya, like the Gregory, Astrid, and Nolan, you guys are so close you can't even get a good grasp of what's happening as this explosion happens where you were. And Arne and Arya, you guys have made the distance. You turn over your shoulder. The heat wave that rushes over is horrid. On top of the heat waves already happening, and you can see off in the distance, a good berry gets flown to Neverland before it gets sucked up in the winds and starts carrying off, disappearing behind the tornado, and chunks of earth and rock come raining down. But you all successfully make it to the other side.
So it doesn't. Nothing hits like a roof, does it?
I don't think it's too. I don't think it went that high. I think the gray rod's like way too big.
A roof of the gray rod. There was no houses, so I was confused. But no obvious roof was hit of the gray rod.
I meant ceiling.
Yeah.
There's no dogs either.
No.
I'll stand up and dust myself off, and I'll look at Arne like that's how you get across.
I readjust my glasses. And I say,
because what I did was more dangerous than that.
I underestimated that good berry.
I think we all did.
I don't know what I just saw.
You saw results.
Very impressive.
Hey,
I guess
it worked out. Let's continue. Let's get out of here.
Wait. Where's Meredith?
Meredith, breathing heavily.
They probably took our advice of like sprinting across.
I should have spoke up. I knew that was a bad idea, but I didn't know anything better to do. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? I understand your silence, right?
Hey, Meredith, no idea is a bad idea when you do it together.
Yeah, we got results. Okay, now we can keep going.
Wow, that was incredible.
Now, I raised you this.
High five, Arya.
I raised you this, Arya.
Yeah. High five.
Flashes.
Yes.
When it's time to get out of here, how do we cross it again?
Why are you
Well,
asking me?
there-
I don't.
We won't need
I
to
don't know.
because the gray rot will be gone.
Ideally,
Yeah,
there will be
sure.
there will be no more steam to worry about, I imagine.
I mean, if anything, you could use your wizard powers and just wizard across. I don't know.
No.
No, I didn't have
Not
the
my
room for that.
practice.
The pittance would not allow for us to cover the maximum distance.
You can't teleport with the pittance, or
But limited to the range of the pittance, which would not be all the way across.
oh yeah. Well, if we use 2 pittance, that's 60 feet.
And we only
Why
used
didn't we
one
just
in
do
order to
one
make it
on one
across.
side and one on the other side?
That's what I'm thinking.
That would
Yes.
have been way safer.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do that.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
answering Gregory. If we survive, fuck it. I don't know.
Well, now we saved
This was
one.
the
pin
economic
anyway.
decision.
Let's get
We saved a pitten, we saved a pitten.
let's
Okay.
get going.
Was the decision of all time.
It was the decision.
Let's move
I
forward.
like how me and RNA did it. And I fist bump RNA.
Yes, it was very
I
entertaining the way you did it.
Agree.
hmm
Too risky for our payload.
All right,
No
this
way.
bumps you back. Or does he? Does he reciprocate?
Yes.
I didn't mean to take your autonomy
He
there.
does.
Oh yeah, you give that back.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
You guys
Just left him
didn't
hanging.
get back on your travel. You guys have closed it quite close. The tornado's close enough that you can start to feel the winds pushing against, even in the trenches. And I mean, it took the Great Berry that was launched into the sky with it. You guys have closed the distance, traveled many miles, traveled for hours at this point. Before you guys end up at this one point where these winds are getting so strong, they're starting to lick over your face and lick over your bodies in a terrible way. The
Ooh-wee.
heat's getting worse. You guys feel the inside of your mouth starting to dry up somewhat. And at this point, eventually,
Is the tornado still pushing up or down?
pushing down and away. Though whenever the Goodberry did get taken up, the winds did carry it, and you did not see where it went beyond the tornado. But it did carry it with in a direction, because it's not just pushing down; it's still spiraling.
Yeah, it's tornado winds.
Yeah, it's still
We're not
tornado
gonna see
winds.
the last. We're not gonna see the last of that good berry, are we?
And as you
Might be a
guys
lady.
travel, it is pushing down. Although there is mixtures of at certain levels it's up, certain levels down, but directly on the tornado, straight down. But that would create a vacuum and eventually push back up, and the winds are incredibly strong. So all that to be said, it's a mixture of directions, but when you're up close, which you're not there yet, the tornado will be pushing directly down, which is setting the fire, and then the fire causes an updraft, which then took the Goodberry. So the Goodberry did go up because of the fiery updraft of wind. Nonetheless, physics aside,
Sure.
you guys all get to this one point where with you taking your nature checks from before, which were phenomenal, you guys get to the point to where there is a straight line path to the tornado. It is maybe 600 feet away, and it's that you guys are in the widest girth of this now what used to be a 10-foot walking path of a river is now a 40-foot long path of a river. And the walls on this are almost 20 to 25 feet high. Waves of fire plume over, and surprisingly still don't go into the tunnel, which is odd. But nonetheless, not the tunnel, but the rivet that you're in. And there, sitting above in front of you all, somewhere around 60 to 90 feet ahead, are 6 glowing, ever-present, buzzing, aggressive balls of light in between you and the fire tornado. This is
That was just
Are
your
they-
reaction. If you
are
had
they-
more to say, keep going.
Are they similar balls of light to the guiding bolts that we saw in the sky?
These are the guiding bolts you saw in the sky when you first came in, and the sources of the light that you guys have been contending with this entire time. And they're not the only ones. There's just 6 that are relatively close. Massive lightning crackles
Told you we didn't
above
need
the
that
tornado.
butterfly.
No one thinks about how they he determined that these things have yet to designate a target, and that's why they're hovering. These ones being relatively close, he fears that they are effectively proximity mines, and getting too close to one as a viable target may have it target you, and potentially the other ones, maybe.
Hey, Astrid. Astrid,
Yes, yes.
you're not going to believe this. I have another plan. Could you throw another rock at these stars?
Tried and true rock.
You know what?
Try to-
Absolutely.
If it is
GM?
proximity, I mean,
Yep. You find a find a
Any
rock.
rocks around?
Yeah, there's plenty of rocks.
Yeah.
I want to
rock-
toss a rock,
The
but
stone
I
goes
would like
out.
to toss.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let me finish. I would like to toss a rock between guiding bolt 5 and 6, please.
5 and 6.
You
Got
said
it.
there were
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
You guys see the rock whistle as it goes, like a small humming sound as it flies over. It goes straight in between those. Great throw. But the guiding bolts don't care. They don't.
Could I try and hit guiding bolt number 6 with another rock?
Oh, hit
Roll
directly?
an attack. Roll just a d20 and add your dex modifier.
while
Okay.
while he's doing that, can I tell? Hey, Gregory, could you tell that one
That's a 14.
to hit the rock that's about to get thrown at it? Is that something you could do?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna focus really hard and at the rock that he's tossing.
Yeah.
And as I'm focusing, I wanna, roll Arcana.
Well, I'm afraid in this instance, you want to roll Arcana, you can roll Arcana, but I didn't call for an Arcana. If you want to, you
okay,
can.
never mind,
No, I'm
never
kidding. That's me joking. You focus really
Arcana?
hard.
If you wanna, you can Arcana.
Everybody hears. What do you say when you're trying to talk to this guiding bolt in your head? Because message happens as everyone psychically hears what you're thinking.
Hmm?
Yep.
What do you say, Gregory?
That was wild.
What do you say?
Yep. That's all he does. Yep.
Yep.
And so with that, everyone psychically hears, "Yup, aha, yup,"
You proved that one.
and the rock goes into
Yep,
the guiding
target
bolt
approved.
before disappearing, not falling, burning away.
Oh god.
There's like a bug zapper sound. Just a small, maybe not even that much. It's just, and this rock's gone.
Hey guys, those are guiding bolts.
Yes.
Oh, good to know.
Yep.
Good to know. Yep. Huh.
The scary part.
Well,
is, one's a living target.
Mr. Man of many words, can you say something else to the guiding bolt?
All right, I'll say
Maybe direct
Target-
them to the tornado so that we may enter it.
target their tornado. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna think it really hard. Watch.
Mm-hmm. Target the
Yep.
tornado is heard in everyone's
Yep.
mind.
Like to hear a message.
Target the tornado. Yep.
Yup.
Yeah.
Excuse me, except for Nolan, do you accept this incoming message?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
It
Yup.
will be a fee.
It'll apply to your rates, so.
Your ring of mind shielding protects you in this instant.
I allow
Okay.
this one, yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you all hear direction to attack the tornado.
Yup.
The guiding bolts don't move.
Up.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's not my guarding boat. I'm just saying.
Guarding boat.
Guarding
boat.
Guiding boat. Sorry.
Me when I'm a pirate.
Mm.
Well, besides the point, I'm starting to think those aren't mine.
Yeah,
You
that
casted it
gives us a
into
lot
it.
of good. That gives us a lot of good information, I think.
Yeah, you casted it into it. That doesn't mean that you are in control of them in here.
And if that's the case, that also means the butterfly wouldn't be being controlled by the evil wizard if you
That's not
can't control
true.
your spell.
That's not true at all.
If he can't control his spell, someone else might not be able to control theirs.
That's
Well, it doesn't matter if they can control
The
them or
wizard
not.
made this place.
They
then
can
he
look
could dictate
through
the
it.
rules.
He
Don't
may be
forget
the
Nolan.
that.
master.
Scrying.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I want you
What
to
was it,
roll
DM?
another Arcana check as this is mentioned, and it might jog your memory or jog your thought process.
25.
25. Really good roll.
Yeah.
Upon using essentially upon using message, hearing it in this most recent conversation, you just recognize simply that everyone's capable of using message, and
Yeah.
I'll leave that as it is. Every single person can use message. Everyone.
All right, I'm gonna message.
roll freely.
I'm gonna message the wizard, evil wizard.
We all hear it. I don't think we get to choose channels.
I'm gonna message Astrid.
And
Fuck
with
you.
a 25, everyone hears. Everyone hears. What do you say, Arne?
I'll message him back.
Then I'm gonna message
shit.
Astrid.
Yeah.
Fuck you. But
I'm
it goes
gonna-
to everybody.
Yeah, everybody
I'm gonna-
hears that.
I'm gonna message
Okay.
again. Hey, can we keep the memes out of the general chat?
Yeah, honestly, please.
I'll message back to RNA, but I'll specifically say it goes to RNA. Hey, RNA, eat shit.
Clear comms, please.
I did nothing. I don't know what
Message.
you're talking about.
Yes. Sorry for ruining your tornado bubble, but can you control your guiding bolts, bud? They're scary.
You don't.
If the evil wizard is in fact, if the one responsible for
Right.
this is in fact in here with us, they should be able to hear the message along with us, which means you should respond.
We should be annoying. RNA?
That's what we have been doing.
You're annoying to all of us. Please do not. Actually, you know what? Go ahead. And then he dials out the psychic link himself, so he doesn't have to hear it.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's really good. Nolan, as you have this
Nolan
moment
has
to
left the
think,
chat.
as you have this moment, as there's a strange sound as you focus, you have this moment to think to yourself. You
I
rolled a
deafened in the
25.
Discord call.
You rolled a 25, and it comes to you that all these people not trained in arcane, casting a spell, none of them know, and have never been taught. Some of these spells have not worked, especially with targets. Things along the lines of like, okay, there's mold earth obvious here, but as
Yeah.
Gregory tried prior, he couldn't just mold earth in the gray rock. But you can all message in the gray rock. This mental spell that's less of a target. There's another spell in this mess that could that essentially could be ambiently active. Perhaps.
Like the scrying, like the I think
Very.
I think was I may be mistaken, was sending one of the
There was not
one
sending.
of the spells.
No, but
Not
there was
sending.
alarm.
Okay, so,
What's the
yeah.
comparison?
Oh yeah, alarm. That's true. Yep. So, so yes, I believe these guiding bolts are acting effectively as proximity mines. There is an alarm spell active. If we trip it, we will set. I imagine we may set off the guiding bolt barrage as well. Can you determine that? Actually, does he know the effective range of guiding bolt?
You would know the normal range, though these are obviously different than any guiding bolt would normally would be.
Right.
You, with your Arcana training and with the 25, could maybe surmise that guiding bolts need to target a creature,
Yep.
and a rock is not a creature.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier. Yeah, it needs a living target. And
Hey, Meredith. Look, I think
Yeah.
pretty living over
What's
here.
up?
sure.
Do
Do not suggest what I think you're about to suggest.
you don't have like a pet or something that you carry with you? Yeah.
He's
Yeah, no.
suggesting that we have a dummy, living creature go in and set them all off.
Suggest
No,
we
no,
kill a
no.
dog.
I mean, I don't know how
That's,
strong they are, but I might be able to take it.
They are increased substantially in level.
Go for it.
Hold on. Pause. Gregory, you have berries, right? Berries are living. That's a living
not
thing.
anymore. Not
right?
anymore. No, they're not.
Berries
Well,
are plants. Plants don't live. Sorry.
Berries
Do
are
huh?
a peach.
Do
I
what?
think the question is,
Oh,
It needs a
Hold on.
creature.
I need.
My brother in Christ outside of game, they huh?
Arya's gonna sit down because
Plants don't live.
Heaven's education system has clearly failed him. Or,
Plants don't have souls.
Blood missed botany class.
but plants made it to heaven. How does that? Huh? Wait, how did plants make it to heaven? Arya has to sit down for a second. Just think about life.
All right, wait. Outside of game, can you target trees and stuff with guiding bolt? Or
They're
Roll
living
a
creature.
nature
I
check
don't know.
or Arcana check, your
my
choice.
brother in Christ, you cast a spell, read your...
You could roll an
Read your
Arcana check.
character.
Well,
This says-
I get what you're
well,
saying. I get what you're saying.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just
There
kidding.
is a
All
gray
right, I'll do it.
area, a genuine gray
Go for it.
area, where, well, either nature or Arcana. I have two answers for this.
I think he rolled an 11 Arcana. Yeah.
An 11
I'll take the
Arcana.
highest roll. Yeah.
An 11 Arcana. You, dealing with stuff in the gray rot, or excuse me, not the gray, the ironwoods, would know of some plant-like creatures being able to be targeted by spells. By all means, treants can be targeted by a spell. It's a bit of a gray area on what is constituted as living or a creature.
A sentient living thing.
Perhaps.
Oh man, what were you saying that you could take on?
Yeah, I think I could probably take it. How strong are those things?
Do
It's a
not do
wizard
that.
spell, right?
They
Yeah,
are
it's only magic.
upcasted-
It's only
they are
6.
upcasted to a much higher level. May I remind you?
What you think?
An
He looks over to you,
each
Astrid,
individual.
for a suggestion.
Big and
think we-
strong.
You
Yeah, I got
think
one.
we could take it?
Don't.
No, 2 of us
No.
together.
No.
Take it right.
Thinking of
RNA
spreading
cast
the-
message.
These are
for it.
unstable guiding bolts.
Meredith
Mr.
stops
Meredith.
for a moment. No, you did that earlier. For a second, he thinks he heard something in his voice before he catches himself.
RNA looks away innocently.
If your suggestion was to each decide to take one to spread out the damage
Yeah.
and not have all 6 of them focus on one, I think that's
Oh.
a terrible idea
I
as
could
well.
maybe take more than one. How many do you need?
Don't risk that.
Arya hasn't used message, has he?
I don't
Like
think
the
so.
cat to send.
He's not a
I don't,
wizard.
I don't think,
I don't think
maybe
I
he's
have.
I
responded.
mean, we've been speaking through it. We've been speaking through it.
Occasionally
we've
you
done
have,
that.
I think.
You, yeah, you
Have-
have.
Have I responded?
Yes.
I think you
Okay,
have.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
if I have, I was gonna do a bit, but if I have, I'm not gonna do the bit.
Really?
Actually, I am
you-
gonna do the bit. I'm going to message. This is Helm. Don't do it.
His eyes narrow. You gotta stop with that, because it's making me think you're talking for real, and then you're not. Who did that?
Did what?
Please
What?
stop trying to get people to commit
Okay,
suicide
hold
on a
on.
magic
I got
spell.
the green light. Look, I'm throwing out solutions here, and I it's hard to explain, but I just got the green light. Okay, so
It's a very dangerous.
I said don't do it. I said don't do it.
no.
by the way.
This overrides
This is-
you. I'm talking about God just told
Okay,
me that it's
okay.
cool. Okay, so I'm on the right path with
God-
this one.
We also have a.
God just told you just now not to do it.
None of you did that, right? You don't even know what I'm talking about. So obviously,
Out of character, I did say don't do it.
Oh, you
I
said
don't know
don't
if
do
it
it?
picked up.
Oh, I
said
misheard
don't
you.
do not.
I misheard
His
you.
words was do not do it.
I misheard
Yeah.
you heavily. All right, sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
okay. I thought I was
Yeah,
worried
yeah.
for a second. I was like, oh no. But yes, I said do not do it.
Look, I'm just throwing out solutions. Whatever you guys want to do, that's fine. But you
It is a very
ask me
dangerous
what,
solution.
you know.
We're trying to look for the least dangerous solution right now as well.
Sure. Then you were asking my opinion. I gave you my opinion.
Right.
By all means.
Right.
But I think me and Asher can take it.
Nolan, whoa. How does one trigger an alarm spell?
By going within the proximity of its reach, of its perimeter. Trespass into it, it alerts whatever set it up, and they will be aware of your presence.
And they
That
can target you.
They could target you if that is in fact also applying to these guiding bolts. They're not triggering right now, so I believe we are.
Now,
we're not
if
setting off.
you're out of the range of the alarm, does it still know their target?
Well, if you're out of range of the spell, you
So
will
let's
not
say,
set it off.
I trigger the alarm and then just, step backward.
I fear that the moment you trigger the alarm, you will immediately activate every single one of those higher level guiding bolts, and they will focus fire all on you.
But what if I dodge? I'll just,
Guiding bolt doesn't care if you dodge. They ensure greater accuracy.
That was an out of character laugh because I'm thinking about that.
Okay.
Good luck trying to dodge all of them, and if you get hit by one, you are more likely to get hit by the next, and then hit by the next, and then hit by the next.
Nolan, have I ever told you you're really good at giving us negative information? Like, you're always telling us
I'm
the
telling
problems.
you the risk. I'm telling you the risks, so that we can find solutions to avoid those risks.
How far away are the terrible stars?
I think they're like 60 feet, he said, right?
60 feet away, and then behind them is the fire tornado, right?
Beyond there, it's some ways beyond. So like this stretch is about 600 feet. Then you're at the tornado, and that tornado is raging and roaring. But these sitting guiding bolts are before that period.
Okay. Hey, Gregory, you can. You were a horse, right?
Yes.
Could you be something else that could avoid this?
I could dig. I know a trick or two. I'm a badger.
A trick or two?
Creating a tunnel, potentially. If we don't set off any more steam vents from trying to break the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
If we don't set off any more steam vents trying to break the ground, and he would also need a path that we could all cross through, creating a tunnel of that.
Now,
Hey.
I raise you this. What if I go in range and then just mold a wall around me?
Will you be fast enough is what I fear.
And do I go in range of all of them?
And you might.
They're set at different intervals. They are set at different intervals. You don't know. Some are 120 feet high in the sky. Some are 60 feet. Some are 90, and they're all at different varying intervals. And these are just
These other
6
ones
of
are-
many, but the 6 are the closest.
Yeah, we may set off just these 6, but that's also very risky.
Yeah. But once I turn into a badger, it's not going to be I'm not going to be useful for a couple hours.
Got it. You become a badger. I could throw you fall, right? You hit the ground, you dig, and then all the guiding bolts hit the ground after you.
I fear that they may target him mid-air in the throw.
Oh, good point. Good point.
I could just,
That's a-
I could just,
that's a
I could
good
just
idea,
make my
Meredith.
way over there and, peek my head out.
I think that was
Right.
I
Maybe.
think that was a good idea,
I
Meredith.
don't,
I'm
think, I don't
gonna
think you need to throw me.
say. Yeah.
I was
Not
kind
a
of
bad idea.
excited about.
Incre-
I just kind of want to put in a little bit too. I haven't been the
Right.
best use here.
No,
Any
actually, I
idea
think-
is worth having on the board, worthy of discussion. Worthy of discussion.
I think Meredith's idea minus the
Minus the throw.
That was my
throwing.
favorite
I
part.
think that's. But I do like your whole plan of him turning into a badger and using that to his advantage.
Using
I think that's a really good plan.
He'll use the soil as protection from
So, one of
a
you
big
guys.
game of whack-a-mole.
Yeah, I like that. One of you guys casted this, right? Does anyone know if guiding bolt goes through walls or ground or dirt?
It shouldn't. It should not. However, they are rather precise. If his reaction time is fast enough, just poking his head out and dipping it back in, going back beneath ground, the guiding bolt should not penetrate the soil. They don't home like magic missiles. I'll say that much. They
that's
straight
good.
shots.
Okay.
They do not home like magic missiles. They are straight shots.
Well,
Well, if I'm ready for it, it could be fast.
If you are willing to put yourself in harm's way, go ahead and play six hammer whack-a-mole.
Does anyone have a shovel as well? We might be able to assist him, at least in the tunneling part.
Well, if we're just going to be digging a tunnel, why even bother having him poke his head out if we're just going to tunnel all the way underneath them? Also, that may take a good while, and we may not make it stable.
Well, in my badger farm, I have about an hour, so maybe I don't know how far I can dig in an hour time, and
Maybe
I'd imagine you'd get to the other side of, like, within an hour, burrowing deep enough underground. Yeah.
maybe get to about 55 minutes making a pretty good hole, and if you have time left, you could try the whack-a-mole. What's whack-a-mole? Is that what you said? What is that?
Indeed. It's a rather morbid game where a bunch of children find holes where gophers, moles, whichever, poke their heads out and whack it with hammers. It was a silly ploy made up by the elders of my villages to have children assist in pest disposal, turning it into a fun little game.
I don't know if I like it. I'm still on the fence about.
So wizard kids hit animals, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that.
I'm
that
saying
seems really messed
With
up.
hammers.
I'm saying children hit animals.
That's
with hammers.
worse. You teach children to hit animals.
That's
Wow.
not our idea. That was the elders' idea.
So your
telling
elders taught children.
I don't. Yeah, I'm with you, Meredith.
I find it morally questionable as well.
Okay, as long as you're also kind of being sus about this, I guess it's fine.
I would not teach a children to murder an animal with a hammer.
And that's why we still like you, Nolan. Don't get this mixed up. We're in here.
He says
hell.
it. He says it in the same way as he says bad news. Can't.
Oh,
I just
sure.
say things as matter of fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Whack-a-mole.
So, yes, six hammer whack-a-mole.
Six hammer whack-a-mole.
Go for it.
all right.
Well,
Use
you
that bit in-
require you require a pitten.
Or I could just take damage.
It's risky
I
to
think
do
we
it
have-
with a...
How many pittons do we have? I don't know if that was ever stated.
I have 3 remaining.
3 remaining. I have 1 left. Well, I only was given 1, but I have 1.
I have one also.
Okay, that's
Makes 5.
5. Okay, that's not bad. And we're right next to the. This seems like a difficult bit, besides the tornado, and besides the thing in the tornado, and besides the other thing in the tornado. There's a lot of things, but this seems bad without magic.
Yes. Ideally, we should be as conservative as possible with these pittons to ensure that we could potentially penetrate the walls of the storm, potentially.
That's true. That's true.
And
Well-
should we encounter any dangers we'd require magical defenses for, and other challenges along the way, and such as this. So,
This is a good example. I mean,
yes.
I don't know if there's a way to do this non-magically. I have this.
Very
I pull
dangerous.
out my crossbow.
It would just hurt.
I have this grappling hook, but you know,
Once again, I fear that they may target you along the way across.
Exactly. I think we have our back against the wall here in terms of usage for pittance.
Yep.
Well, is there anything else we want to do with our pits and magic? You know, just not to be entirely wasteful.
Oh, I mean that is true. That's a good point.
Maximize the usage the moment that we.
Nolan,
realize
you're
it.
looking pretty banged up. I can
Yes.
take a moment to heal you in this pit. How about that?
That
yeah,
would be very nice.
I can also do something advantageous.
All right.
This is all I
As
can
long as
do
it doesn't
for the day.
require.
So, make it count.
Understood. So long as the magical benefit does not require concentration, the moment the button closes, it will cut off the continuation of the spell concentration.
Oh, good point. Good point.
I found out during the enlarge.
Yes, Oh, yes, that is a very good point.
Yes, that was a shock.
Would casting as the word be a bad idea?
Absorb elements.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a great idea.
That's a
It
reaction.
will if. Yeah, it's a reaction.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you can't just have it and then it
I could do a healing word. That's a bonus
That-
action.
That would also be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Looks like Arne is
Right.
also feeling some pain, as well as Astrid.
Yes.
'Cause I'm keeping an eye on it.
He took
Honestly,
a-
any of our larger people could use something. So
Indeed.
I'll try to heal Nolan. I might be able to get him back up. He rubs his hands together. I might be able to get him up to snuff.
Snuff.
But I want to get through this, so let's do this.
All right.
All right, there we go.
So
All right, I agree.
So the idea is I'm going to shift into, but before I shift, I'll do a healing word,
Yep.
and then as a bonus action, I'll shape into a giant badger for an hour.
All right. Hit it, Nolan.
So, I guess I'll cast this.
Nolan, do you hit the pin?
Grayson,
I said hello.
did
Oh,
we
you
lose?
didn't come through.
Oh, okay.
Do you,
I
so who's
said I
hitting the pin?
activate it.
Okay, you activate the pin.
I said I activated.
Boom! Magic comes in. You healing word. Who do you healing word, Gregory?
I believe it was Arne.
RNA, you recover 7 HP. Nolan, you recover 20 HP as he cleansing touches you. You feel the wounds lift from you, and almost some of the pain like kind of dials back. And the cuts that you have flicker blue before disappearing entirely. And that confuses Meredith. And then Gregory, you shift into a giant badger. Giant mole?
Giant badger.
Giant badger.
I'm just a giant badger.
And as soon as it's here, there it goes, it's gone, and you are now a badger on the ground in the gray rock. And at this point, I should mention that we're much closer to the tornado. The ground's no longer like crackled; it's all wet and soppy, and there's like red mud that you guys are standing on.
Okay.
All right, Gregory, what are you doing?
All right, I'm going to, as my badger form, with a burrow feet of 10, I'm going to. There's no pressure, right, underneath me?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna get to the wall and start digging through it.
You guys see as the giant badger starts digging through the mud slops down behind him and he disappears underneath the ground.
Okay, and I'm gonna make my way towards the first of the bolts.
There's a small trail of dirt, kind of like Looney Tunes style, bumping upwards as he crawls his way underneath the ground, twisting and turning. You guys see him taking a left and a right and serpentining his way to the center of the road. And you see Meredith gets himself in steps a few steps forward to where he's kind of like taking a judge of where the guiding bolt is, leans down, takes a runner's stance, and watches intently to react in case something happens.
I'm gonna dig in a pattern that sappers would do, just so that there's, you know, a good amount of, you know, path I can like dig back to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how big is the tunnel that he's making? Like, he's a big badger.
So there's no proper tunnel. I mean, it's like a badger
Yeah,
would. He's kicking the dirt behind him and digging forwards,
Yep.
and then the sloppy dirt mud falls right behind him. So it's no tunnel. Instead,
Yeah.
he's just digging through the dirt, and the
Yep.
only dirt that's kicked up is left behind at the start.
Yep.
Is there any way that I could dig in a way that like
To create a
kind of
tunnel,
molds- Yeah.
to
Like
create
spending more time.
to create a proper tunnel, you would need one, better ground, two, structural
Yeah.
support, like supports maybe if you're doing a deep tunnel.
Yeah.
Three, if you want it to fit people that are of medium size, you will have to spend a lot of time carving it, a lot of time moving at 10 feet
Yeah.
a turn. And then you're not really moving. Actually, you're just digging. It would be like it'd be a lot of work to get a tunnel that somebody could follow you through. If you're just trying to make a tunnel for yourself, you'd have to dig like regular moles. You have to dig so deep that you then get to non-mud ground that will be able to structurally integrate itself a little bit, enough for a mole, and you could, you know, make a den that way deep underground. But like the surface would be collapsed, and then it would be just loose dirt and mud, so that way air could travel through. But for the most part, this is not the ground that a mole would be able, or a badger would really live under. Rather, they would dig through. Like they would find a prairie hill to live in that's not muddy slop, or go so deep that the ground will have some structure to it. But for the most part, you're not going to get anything out of this in terms of a tunnel.
Yeah, we're not going to make a proper tunnel where we can all just walk through it. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Yeah. Well, seeing that that's out the picture, yeah, just going to test the limits, get sap my way towards the first guided bolt.
The tunnel gets closer and closer to the first bolt. Everyone else hears the ambient static kind of grow in sound. The light stuff gets a little bit brighter as it senses a creature in its area. Gregory, you are currently underneath the surface, just 1 foot underneath the dirt. And what do you do?
All right, I'm going to, now that I'm underneath, I'm going to create a path downward and slightly backwards, so that it's possible that I can, you know, hidey hole.
You again, as you dig through, your movement speed of 10 burrow does not change, but creating a prior tunnel, it slops over and crumbles down. It doesn't give any kind of like, it wouldn't speed you up by any means.
No, I just meant that there was like more dirt to protect me.
You can make loose dirt. Oh yeah, so if you want to, like, so when you pop your head up, you can dig down 10 feet. That's a thing you could do. You could dig to the side 10 feet. The giant badger does not have the tunnel ability. Rather, he just has burrow speed, which means that he just moves through the dirt. He doesn't have the ability to tunnel, which is a specific creature thing to do. So all that to be said, you have a 30 walking speed and a 10 burrow speed. You will stay at that 10 burrow speed. You can't create prior tunnels to get out of that burrow speed.
No, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to kind of set like a wall between, kind of like a, what do you call that?
A hill? Make a little makeshift hill?
More of like
He wants to have more like support on his corners, like around the hole that he's making.
Yeah.
Just like, so if he pops up, it'll only affect the top one, and he can't get sniped from like the left or the right. Like he wants to make walls, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make like I guess like a spider trap idea. Yeah.
a little molehill.
Okay, yeah. When you pop your head up, it will be a little molehill, for sure. If you pop your head up.
No point of that. I'm gonna pop my head up.
Okay.
And then go down.
By the way, Rose, you stopped streaming.
The stream is paused. Yep.
I want to see your face for this.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, me too.
No reason.
Let's see here.
I just
idea, eh?
I just realized that this might. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Let's see here.
Matthew, I'm so sorry. I really like Gregory. I didn't.
I mean, he agreed to be the guinea pig.
When I was making this plan, I had one idea in my head, and then I'm just sorry.
Gregory, I want you to roll initiative.
Yay.
With the mole's initiative, which is with dexterity of 0, so that's 16.
Hopefully you outspeed these guiding bolts.
19.
Okay,
Hopefully, this mole outspeeds the sun.
Yeah.
Gregory,
we go.
the mole, pops his head up before, faster than Meredith can move his body, faster than anyone can see it happen. That little ball of light becomes a line, almost like a lightning striking the ground. Gregory, I want you. Let's see. This is a. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta pull it up. This is a.
There's only one, right?
The first one. You don't know how many are coming before you.
Matthew, I'm so sorry. I was thinking that we could just be little tunnel
dog.
boys.
No,
I
ain't
thought
no
we were
way,
being little
dog.
tunnel bros.
No, dog.
Man, nah, man. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking this. This is what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
bad
Nolan.
idea, but okay.
I was
Nolan,
thinking tunnel bros.
what is your
We-
spell attack
together.
modifier?
It's using
Oh, sorry.
yours.
I need Gregory's. Excuse me.
Gregory.
Gregory, what is
Yeah,
your spell attack
Gregory's.
modifier?
Oh, how do I check for that?
Check your spells.
under
And at the
spells.
very top.
It's at the
Spells
very
at the
top.
very top.
Spell attack is +6.
+6. +6.
Well, the modifier is +3 though. But I don't know.
Is it +6 or +3?
If you cast guiding
Spell
bolt,
attack.
what are you adding to it?
It would be +6 for him. +3 is the actual stat
Okay.
associated.
I want to
with
know
it.
how much he adds for his spell attack.
It's
This is a 19 hit.
+6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rose, wait, before we do anything else, I was going to ask. Gregory is the one that made this attack, right?
Yes.
But it gets upcasted, so.
Yeah.
Is this counted as an attack?
Well, what you mean? I mean, this kind of. There's no target. There's no
It's more
like
of a trap.
It's more like a
It's more of a
trap.
trap.
It's more of a trap. By a
more of
long
a
shot,
trap.
it's a trap.
Yeah.
Now, Gregory,
The,
you are. Oh yeah,
I
go
don't know.
ahead.
I guess the question was. I'm sorry. I guess the question was, was Gregory is he technically the one making this attack?
No,
Yes or
he is
no?
not. It is an ambient trap.
Okay, cool. That's what I needed to know.
Man, this
Thank you.
That's
Gregory.
on me.
You are in 3/4 cover with only your head popping out, which means
Okay.
and you
Plus
are
5 to
a
AC,
giant
right?
badger. So your armor class is 10,
If it's
Plus
it's
5,
+5 to 18.
making it 15. They rolled a 19.
Is the. Never mind. Is the pitten still up?
The pitten is not up.
Okay.
You guys see the ground get smited with electricity as the giant badger gets blown out of the ground, taking 15 points of damage and instantly evaporating into what would be a Gregory popping out of the ground as the earth explodes. A fully grown Gregory kind of half laying on his back in the dirt as he gets struck by the guiding bolt. Gregory, past that, I think the damage that passes over to you is 12 to 40. It's 3 damage over to Gregory. And you are currently 60 feet away from the party as it becomes your turn, Gregory, as you BAM! Get struck, and now you are glowing.
I'm glowing.
Only going to be easier to hit
Oh
you.
no, you're glowing.
It's only easier to hit you now.
It is your turn. You took 3 damage. You're out of giant badger form. You're in Gregory form, and you're prone. 60 feet away from your party.
Prone. Oh, awesome.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Great.
Okay.
This was a great idea, guys. So as Gregory gets out the ground, he's yelling, kind of like how Mario does when he hits lava.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use half my movement to get up.
Have your movement to get up. All right, you use half movement to get up. You have 15 feet of movement, and as you hit, you're running back 15 feet of movement. You're sprinting, and you can hear a small buzzing sound coming from behind.
I'm gonna yell, use a pin. I need to cast a wall or something.
I need to cast a wall is what you hear as. Tell me. Does a
Do you action dash? Oh, okay.
do you action dash? You still have your action.
Yeah.
Oh, an action dash, yeah.
Yeah.
Action
Let's
dash
do
is
that.
pretty good.
So you make
Can I
it 45
dodge? Can I
feet.
dodge?
Oh, you
Better?
could take the dodge
A
action.
dodge, yeah, disadvantage, but they have advantage
So
to
it
hit.
cancels out.
The
Yeah.
normal.
You can take the dodge action.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge.
Okay.
I'm dodging
Okay.
and weaving, guys.
Dodging and weaving. That would be
Okay.
so. What was your spell tech modifier? Was 9, right? Or no, 6, right?
+6.
There's a 12 hit.
Did it not
No,
hit?
that doesn't hit, baby.
The ground beside you explodes and
down.
crackles as lightning shoots down. I realize I made everyone roll for initiative, but this actually all occurs on this one round. So I'm afraid I can't take that. That was a failed choice to choose initiative. So
right, okay.
that's going to leave.
Dang, are you serious?
I just realized that it was a mistake on my end because it's all running at one time.
Dirty 20 on
We
that.
can keep your
I
initiative
got
for something else.
37. Oh,
Let's not do that. I got a 5.
Well,
I gotta take that.
let's not get into. Okay, another 12.
Yeah.
With that, Gregory, another lightning strike
okay.
slams down
Okay, that's
beside
three-
you.
three down.
All right. Let's see.
3 down. 3 down.
Ooh, that one will hit. All right.
Oh.
21 to hit.
Oof.
Yo.
All right.
I mean, maybe.
Hopefully, I get bad rolls on the dice again.
Let me just double check my armor class. Oh yeah, that hits. That hits.
Mhm.
With
There's
that,
not a
Gregory,
2 as the first digit, so
you're sprinting. You take a step to you stop yourself as you back up for a second. There's a lightning strike in front of you. Bam! You take a step backwards as you're turning away from that lightning strike. Bam! Another one in front of you. You turn back to your party and bam! The third one. It does hit you, dealing 27 damage to you as you're glowing still. As radiant damage beams into you. All right. 2 more as they come raining down. Natural
Is it still
20.
oh.
Oh.
Actually? Oh, no.
7.
Anyone a grave cleric?
Oh god.
Ah! Ah! Gregory gets blasted with 51 points of damage.
Ooh.
51 points of radiant damage comes blasting into his body as he gets smited from the heavens. That crackling lightning that reaches outwards hits at the same time as this guiding bolt comes smashing down, scalding down with a searing massive explosion happens. The dirt goes flying outwards. And there's one more.
Can we do anything about that?
As that happens, I'm gonna yell, I need help!
I need help! Oh, the
Gregory,
explosion
there it is.
crashes down.
It was bolting in.
You're down, right, Greg?
Yeah, I think I'm down, guys. I think I'm down.
Yeah, I figured you were down. Okay.
The first one misses.
Yeah.
On this,
You're
this is
not
the last
dead.
strike. The first of my rolls miss, but you can't keep the dodge action up while you're down. This is my second roll.
Oh,
Mhm.
shit. Yeah.
The second one's coming down with an incredible speed.
Ooh.
Everyone, as it's racing down, I'm going to give you guys a turn. Gregory, I want you to roll your first death saving throw as it's reaching down. The sky is brightening. You're all seeing this happen. This last guiding bolt, the farthest away, is coming down, turning into a line about to smite your friend. Astrid, you are first in initiative. What are you doing?
I'm gonna roll.
Okay, how far away is he?
He is
60 feet.
No, 65 minus
Oh, less than
45.
60.
He is
Yeah,
25 feet away.
15 feet closer.
15
yeah,
feet?
okay.
He's
I
25
can't do
feet
math.
away. And the guiding bolt is coming down, right?
The guiding
last
bolt is
guiding bolt.
screaming and hurtling downwards. You can hear it like as it's coming down. Gregory, what was your death saving throw?
I don't know how to roll. How do you roll?
Roll D20.
Roll
roll
it.
a D20.
Just roll flat
D20.
D20.
Okay. There you go.
10 or higher.
Hopefully. 11.
11. Okay, that's one
It's one
pass.
pass.
Ashley, what is she doing?
That's good.
Okay, are you allowed to tell me if that last guiding bolt hits or not?
I'm not.
He's not. No.
Okay.
The only way it's not going to hit is if someone else takes it or if something is in the way.
Yeah, probable.
So, could I? Now, hear me out. Now, I don't know how if this would work. Could I get one of my maces that I have, one of my 2 maces, and can I
Intercept it?
Can I baseball the guiding bolt away, giving Gregory half cover?
You're grabbing one of your maces? Maces?
He took a mace.
Yeah,
from,
maces.
like,
I have 2 maces, dude.
He
I got
took
2
it from
maces,
a long
2
time
stabs,
ago.
and a spear.
A red guard dude. He's going to swing, bada, swing on
I
that
want
thing.
to swing at the guiding
Either
bolt.
You go
up-
sprinting
blows up
forward.
on your hand.
You stand over Gregory with this mace in hand. I want you to swing. I want you to roll an attack roll as you're trying to reach it at the same time as it's supposed to hit Gregory.
All right, 1 second. And there we go. Oh my goodness, that's a 24.
24. It's coming down. What are you? Meredith goes running as well with you. He at first tries to cast something, but before he realizes he can't, he steps over Gregory with you, Astrid, and he's going to place his hand back on you. He's going to take a hit of Grey Rot as you feel a blast of energy in your back, and that mace becomes enchanted with +1. All right, Aria,
So
what's
it's
your turn?
25.
25, but now magical.
Yeah.
Oh, only magical for 1 turn, as the Grey Rot will take that away instantly. But it is magical for 1 turn.
For this life or death thing.
Yes.
Arya is going to do a pretty simple thing. He's going to run up and he's going to lay on top of Gregory for the moment.
Aria dog piles.
Yep. I'm going to get on top of him. I'm going to have my arms over his head. We'll get through this. We'll get through this.
Oh man.
And once we find out that we're safe, I can start doing things.
You're dog piled on top of him. You're shaking him. We're gonna get through this. You're gonna be okay. Astrid's lining up the shot over his back. Meredith's pumping. He enchants that weapon, taking in Grey Rot into his fingers. Astrid, you're watching it. You're seeing the magic. It's turning in. It's twisting. It's going. Now, that's gonna move us down to RNA. Your turn. What are you doing?
There's nothing I can do.
Nothing you can do?
No.
Okay, you're coming in quiet again, by the by.
Yeah, he said nothing you can do.
Yeah, no, I was just letting him, he's coming in quiet. Arne, you, with nothing you can do, you watch as the guiding bolt's coming to take down your scout, take down another one of your scouts, one of your hunters, and you see that guiding bolt coming down with malice and intent to kill, and you're frozen. It's like this keeps happening and there's nothing you can do ever. Nolan, what are you doing?
Nolan, seeing Gregory go down, is gonna try and do what he can to ensure that he can get back up, and tries to get close enough and ready a piton to be placed.
With that, you come sprinting forward. You catch up to the party. You're readying a piton, not sure what you can do with it. The guiding bolt comes screaming down and screeching as it meets the end of Astrid's mace. And Astrid, as you're swinging with this enchanted weapon, you hit it. I want you to now make an athletics check as you're redirecting it. It's fighting against you. You do make contact, and now it's fighting against you. Lightning and guiding bolts strike across as it's trying to commit what its arcane intention is to do and take out its foe as you're intercepting it.
Okay, here we go.
With advantage, with everyone helping you.
There's a 21, or
That's pretty good.
21.
Good.
that's a 21.
The light crackles, snaps, and you find the end of it. The guiding bolt cracks into several different pieces and showers over you all, almost raining down as sparkles as it gets blasted out of the sky. And as soon as it all happened, it's over. The guiding bolt's gone. The storm's raging. Gregory's down, but you saved him.
Nolan, hit the piton.
Nolan will place the piton and activate it.
Magic
And
sucks
I'm
into the
Meredith.
room.
Meredith, start resuscitating.
I'm going to use lay
I'm
on
tapped.
hands.
Yep.
I'm going to use my lay on hands to do 3 HP into him, and my hand My hands are shaking. They've already been damaged from Grey Rot before. I didn't want to go through that again, but this was the smart maneuver, and I am just about tapped at this
Gregory,
point.
You get blasted with this healing.
So it's 3 HP.
3 HP. How much Grey Rot did you have?
For me?
No, Gregory.
Oh, how much Grey Rat did I have?
He had the one.
It was just on his eye.
I was
Yeah.
58 HP.
Oh, yeah.
They brought me down to 4. So, I mean, 54. So 4 Grey Rot?
That's as the magic kind of goes through. Arya, you lose 4 max HP. Gregory, you are recovered. And Arya, that piece of Grey Rot appears underneath your eye, and it drips farther down than Gregory's. Almost like a terrible scar, like a jester's scar, if you will, or a jester's paint.
I've got a scar? A jester scar?
Do you still have a functioning eye?
Yeah, can I see?
It's blurry for a
that's a good
second as you
question.
blink your eyes. It's blurry until it focuses. Gregory, that Grey Rot's lifted and your max HP recovers. But Arya, in your healing of him, with your Grey Rot already being in you, it seems to have absorbed his.
Oh.
No one will take note of this.
I don't even think about that. I'm already drained because I don't have much healing left in me. I was brought to the verge myself by trying to save this cat once, and I am not going to let him die. I'm not going to let my sacrifice be in vain. No, anybody else's. We are going to do this, and no one else has to die. There's nothing in Arya's face but determination. He's in this. For whatever reason, a wizard told him to go to hell, and guess what? He's here, and he's going to make the most out of it.
No one else has to die. No one's you are going to keep this man alive no matter what it takes. The jester styled Grey Rot tattoo over your eye, scar. There's a crackle of lightning over your shoulder.